I had a hard time, kind of containing myself with all these people outside protesting, and some of the signs were comical. Anyway, so I snuck out the back door and came around, walked down the street, and just plowed right into the middle of the crowd and just started asking them, like, hey, what's going on? And they were like, oh, there's this guy, and he's in there, and he's hateful, and he's saying all this stuff that's untrue about Islam and Muslims. I'm like, oh, have you ever heard him talk? And they were like, no. I'm like, have you ever read like stuff he's written or seen him, any of his speeches? And they were like, no. I'm like, well, how do you know what he says? And they looked, there was these three ladies, and they all looked at each other. They're like, well, we just know, he's a bad guy, and he's racist. And all. It was comical. And right at that point, I started asking them some questions, which they couldn't answer. Like, have you ever read Sharia law? And they're like, no. And I said, well, have you read anything about the Holy Land Foundation trial, about the Muslim Brotherhood network here in the United States? They were like, no. I'm like, so you've never heard this guy speak, and you've never done any research on the topics that he talks about. So how do you know he's wrong? And right then, this lady popped her head over, and she goes, hey, are you John Guandolo? Like, yes, I am. She was the organizer of the rally. So